Atelier Rorona, title number 11 in this massive RPG series. I started playing this after completing Dark Souls 3. That is, coming from a game where horrifying monsters wanted to brutally murder me at all times, to a game filled with happy music, bright colours and cute enemies that you can't help but want to cuddle. Atelier Rorona is all about alchemy, as is every game in the series. In fact, I was close to reposting my Atelier Meruru review, as the two games are incredibly similar. Rorona is a simple game, one that you would assume to be targeted at young children. You can see that, right? Wrong. In Australia, the latest release of the game received an R18 rating for references to sexual violence. The worst thing that I could find was a little bit of lesbian flirting and a few skirts that were a little too short. But R18 plus? Are you serious? That's a higher rating than Dark Souls 3. What the hell is going on here? The plot here is incredibly complex, something you'll only begin to understand after playing through the game several times. You play the role of a young alchemist named Rorona who's been told that unless she can prove that her alchemy benefits the city, her workshop will be shut down for good. Oh yeah, I was joking before. That's the plot. The whole thing. Yeah. Rorona is given 12 assignments to complete over the 3-year period. Simply completing these require next to no brain power. The real challenge of the alchemy system comes from how well you complete the tasks. For instance, creating 3 items may be enough to complete the assignment with 1 star, but to get 3 stars you may need to make 10 of such items. This, in addition to several other factors, will dictate the ending that you receive post-game. And I'll admit it, receiving the best endings will be a bit of a challenge.
They're only invisible to idiots.
What? So, does this mean that I'm an idiot? Oh, no, that's not true. He was lying. It's not true? So I'm not an idiot? No, that's not what I meant. So I am an idiot. No,
You'll meet quite a few characters on your journey, many of which can join your party. Most of the conversations you have with these characters will be quite pointless, as you've just seen, but at least they're entertaining at times. Most of these entertaining scenes are full of flirting and subtle sexual references, which range between being awkward to quite amusing. Then there's the greatest character of them all, simply for the fact that she was actually named this. Let me reveal her name in the form of a joke. Knock knock. Who's there? Esti. Esti who? STD. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Someone woke up one morning and decided, hey, let's name a character after genital herpes. I'm calling it now. The next episode of the series is going to be called Atelier Gonorrhea. The time you're given for each quest is 3 months. The days count down every time you create an item with alchemy or travel the surrounding regions. For this reason, there's only a limited amount of things that you can do each playthrough. Your first priority will be fulfilling the requirements of the current assessment task. The good thing is the alchemy system here is the best part of the game. Once you unlock the recipe, you can combine various items to create new items. At times, you also have to consider the quality of items and the individual traits that they hold. This is where the strategy comes in. For example, STD will give you a bonus if you fulfill additional conditions such as creating items with a quality above 70. This works well. Finding and creating the best items pays off and at times can be pretty rewarding.
Well, there's no need to worry. That song wasn't meant for them. It was for a cute, precious girl like yourself.
What? Cute? Are you really talking about me?
Of course I am. Haven't you realized just how attractive you are?
Whoa, I'm like totally gnome-like.
Don't look down. I can't see your beautiful face down there.
In order to create items through alchemy, you'll need to travel through the regions collecting base items. The world is split into several different locations, each revealed at different points in the game. These regions are full of monsters, and by running into them, you'll initiate a turn-based battle. This system is incredibly simple with only a couple of defining features. The first thing is that there is no MP whatsoever. If you wish to use a skill, you'll have to sacrifice your hit points. This also means that if you wish to use a healing spell, you'll also have to sacrifice your hit points. How does that one work? Unfortunately, you'll only get 2 battle skills per character, and this makes it more limited than any RPG I've ever played in my life. You can, however, unleash upgraded versions of the spell if you make use of the elemental charge system. For instance, using wind attacks will charge the wind gauge and allow more powerful wind type skills. If you charge the gauge to 5, you can use the deadly attack, which does a shitload of damage. The unfortunate thing is, I only had the chance to use these attacks twice in my entire playthrough. Reason being is that most enemies are a total pushover. Your characters do level up, but the strength of your party will be almost entirely dependent on the weapons and armor that you have forged. You could go from having no chance against an enemy to completely dominating them after creating the next best possible weapon. There is a total lack of strategy here. At least there's some optional bosses that do provide a decent challenge. And that is Atelier Rorona, the cutest R18 Plus game you'll ever play. Aside from the Alchemy system, this game has nothing going for it. The story is non-existent, the characters are shallow, and the battle system is probably the simplest I've ever seen in my life. I had a lot more fun playing Meruru, which is basically the same but a little bit better. There are so many other games I would recommend in front of this, so unless you're stuck on an island with this game and nothing else, I would give it a miss. If you do plan on playing it, make sure you wear a condom, as this game is full of STDs. This was Hellfire RPGs, thanks for watching. If you liked this, check out some of my other stuff and subscribe. See you next time.